They're dropping news. Speaking of news dropped yesterday afternoon that Luka Dončić was out for the Lakers game in Sacramento. LeBron James was already out dealing with his sciatica injury. The Lakers needed some help in a big way. And Austin Reaves came to the rescue. Late in the third quarter here, Marcus Smart kicks out to Reaves, who drains that three. Reaves showing off the range. Next play, Reaves steals the ball here.
Got defense now.
Coast to coast for the layup. Reaves working on both ends. Early in the fourth, Reaves, step back, drains it.
That looks like a Luka move right there. That step back three.
A few minutes later, Reaves another three. He's red hot, and 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Reaves going to the float game. 51-11-9 for Austin Reaves. He leads the Lakers to a 127-120 victory. Here's Austin.
I texted him, and me and him, our whole relationship was just talking trash back and forth. And towards the end of the conversation, he was like, "I need 60 tonight," and I was like, "Ha ha ha."
Where did he hurt you guys the most? Kind of in that second free throw line. 22 free throws for him. Free throws. Free throws.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's saying. Like
I know what he's saying.
I get what he's saying, but like he was driving to the basket a lot.
Yeah.
But anyway, Reaves has now attempted 37 free throws this season, second most in the NBA, behind only the MVP, Shannon. Lakers star Luka Dončić will be out at least 1 week with a left finger sprain and lower left leg contusion. And that's unfortunate for fans because he was off to a historic start this season on opening night. Dončić had 43 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists in a loss to the Warriors. 43 points are also the most in a season opener by a Lakers player since Kobe in 2007. Then in game 2, Luka dropped 49 points, his most in a Lakers uniform against the Wolves in a victory. Dončić became the first Lakers player to start a season with consecutive 40-point games, which is saying something in the Lakers' history if you think about it. Fourth player overall to do this, along with Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, and Anthony Davis. In total, he has 92 points this season. That's the fourth most through a player's first 2 games of an NBA season in history, and the most through the first 2 games of a season by a guard in NBA history, surpassing the 86-87 season Michael Jordan had. Now we welcome in our senior writer who covers the Lakers, Dave McMenamin, fresh off a plane from Sacramento. And a belated happy birthday to our guy, Dave McMenamin. But real quick, what more can you tell us about Luka's injuries and how the Lakers are approaching this upcoming stretch?
Yeah, George, in the Minnesota game on Friday, he banged his left, one of his fingers on his non-shooting hand, his left hand, and then later in the game suffered a lower leg contusion. And this is after, on the season opening game against the Warriors, he required more than an hour of treatment post-game on a groin issue. And so this is just an abundance of caution that the franchise is using with Dončić right now. They want to be able to be playing their best basketball and make a run April through June, and obviously Luka will need to be a huge part of that. I spoke to a source within the organization on Sunday, and he expressed optimism to me that this would not be a situation where 1 week becomes 2 weeks, 2 weeks become 3 weeks. They believe that giving him some time right now should be enough to address it, and we're talking about Luka back in the lineup next week.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter, Dave. No Luka, no LeBron, no problem, because it's the Austin Reaves show right now, and we saw that last night in L.A. Reaves exploded for a career-best 51 points, shooting 12 of 22 from the floor, 21 of 22 from the charity stripe. Reaves was an assist shy of a triple-double, also adding 11 boards and 9 dimes. He's the first Laker to log 50, 10, and 5 in any game since Kobe back in 2006. And check this out. The King tweeted, 50-piece chicken nuggets. Our boy AR, too tough. Then 5 minutes later saying, damn, that's crazy. We almost had back-to-back 50 balls. Damn it, Don. Sick backcourt. Referring to Luka going for 49 on Saturday. So, Dave, LeBron obviously has yet to play this season, but his tweet game is ready to roll. What can we expect as far as when we could potentially see him out there?
Yeah, George, it's been about 3 weeks since he was diagnosed with the sciatica issue down his right side of his body. And I'm told that we're still in the range of about 3 more weeks before he would be targeting a return sometime in mid-November. Now, I have been told by multiple sources over the last several days that his rehab and all of the process to get back to that return date is moving in the right direction. So there is good vibes around it. Now, he didn't travel with the team to Sacramento, and that wasn't a sign of any sort of setback with the sciatica. It was really, with it being a back-to-back, it didn't make sense for him to make that trip up and back when he wasn't going to be playing, when he could be spending that time in Los Angeles rehabbing. And again, it's the same idea. This team wants to be able to make some noise in the postseason, so do whatever you can now to make sure LeBron James's body, Luka Dončić's body, et cetera, right on down the roster is ready to play when it really matters.
Yeah, 100%, because the West is so unforgiving. You can't have, I mean, one thing is to start the season at a certain place, but you could probably stay afloat, David. The schedule, as I mentioned, is not easy by any stretch of the imagination, because every team in the West is pretty darn good. They got the Blazers tonight, then they go on the road, Minnesota. We know Ant won't be available, but they've got Wemby coming in a week. So what do you make of them, and can they stay afloat?
It's going to be tough, and we know what Austin Reaves would have took for them to beat the Sacramento Kings, or 50 burger to beat them. But a lot of this is also on DeAndre Ayton. They trust him in the pick and roll. Austin Reaves was running a lot of pick and roll with him, and he had 22 and 15 last night. DeAndre Ayton's going to have to be a legitimate second option for this Lakers team while Luka is out. I was really down on this move to bring him in, but he's impressed me so far this season. He's going to have to be a little bit better.
I'm just wondering who's playing tonight. Because, like, Marcus Smart got hurt. Yeah. Gabe Vincent got hurt.
Right.
I don't know how they won that game with as many injuries as they had.
Well, DeAndre Ayton played really well.
Played really well.
He set some incredible screens, I think, too. That goes, I think it was 32 screens he set last night to lead to Laker points. So.
Well, and he and Austin have a little vibe going between them.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's hit some more trending topics here around the league. Starting with Ant Edwards, who I mentioned a moment ago, will miss 2 weeks with a right hamstring strain. Ant has played in 95% of the games since being drafted. So, Dave, what more can you tell us about Ant's injury?
Yeah, I mean, I spoke to a source familiar with the injury, and there was obviously the idea that this is not something that they think is too serious, but kind of similar to the Lakers situation. This is talking about a Wolves team that's been to the Western Conference Finals the last 2 years. They have visions for a long postseason run, and so they need to be cautious now. But one thing that's notable, you mentioned 95% of his games. Ant's only missed 9 games total over the last 3 seasons combined. And over the next 2 weeks, the Wolves play 9 games. So, I mean, you're talking about a significant injury based on his standards so far.
For sure. Let's move on to Joel Embiid. 20 points in 20 minutes against the Hornets. He's out tonight against the Magic. Ramona, is this a trend we can expect this season from the former MVP?
Yes, tonight is the front end of a back-to-back, and so he's expected to play tomorrow against the Wizards, but this is all part of the plan. There's no kind of setback. They've actually been encouraged with how he looked, because he worked really hard in the offseason. He looked light to me early in the season, and people in Philadelphia have noticed that.
All right, sticking in the East, the Celtics now 0-3 for the first time since 2013-2014 after losing to the Pistons last night. That was the first year after they traded Pierce and Garnett. David, will this Boston team continue trending downward?
Okay, let's do good, bad, and ugly here with this Boston team. Good, Jaylen Brown is still playing really well. Bad, of course, that 0-3 start, but they played the Pistons and Knicks, 2 real legitimate contenders.
That's right.
And they played a 76ers team where Maxey went crazy. The ugly is the rebounding. Last couple games, the teams are getting about 50% of their rebounds off of missed shots.
All right, so if that's good, bad, and ugly, what is this? Where would you classify this video that was all over social media, Jaylen Brown this weekend? Explain this to me.
Okay, so look, you're trying to replace Tatum, right, in a lot of different ways. Scoring, clutch, and crispy hairlines, right? It's important to replace the crispy hairline that you're missing. You kind of get a little augmentation there. Everybody's been there. I've been in the barbershop chair, get a little help with the crispiness. Sometimes it kind of rubbed off on the defender.
And it rubbed off on OG Anunoby.
It's okay. We've all been there.
All right. Well, listen, you can catch the Celtics this Wednesday in our doubleheader. You see if they can get off the Bye.